In this video, I want to talk to you about the importance of making the right decisions as a trader. Your ability to make decisions is what will make or break your trading. Most of us are striving to make the right decision when it comes to our trades. And that could be one of the reasons why it prolongs the process to profitability. I can attest to this myself. We spend so much time wanting to get the trade right, wanting to enter at the right zone or make sure that everything is just perfect before we move. Now, there is nothing wrong with dotting your I's and crossing your T's. There's nothing wrong with following your system as you should. But if your decision making is based on the need, hear what I said, the need to make money, then it's going to be skewed. What happens when we get so caught up in wanting to get everything right in the markets is that we sabotage our own progress. The very opportunities that present themselves for us to take advantage of. Not every decision you make in the markets is going to lead to you making a profit. Most of the time, the decisions you make teach you something. And what happens with you when you get so caught up in wanting to get a trade right, get that perfect take profit or stop loss, whatever it is, you rip from yourself the ability to learn something that would have made your next trade better. I used to make decisions in trading solely based on the outcome of wanting to make money. And when you think like this, you block yourself from actually following your system, from focusing on what matters the most. And many of you may say, yeah, money is what matters the most when it comes to trading. You're not wrong. Money does matter a lot. Matter of fact, that's why we trade. But thinking about the money, pressing buy and sell for the dollar amount, we know has not been working. It comes to the point where you have to disconnect the profit, the P&L from the picture and focus solely on the decision you make every single day by showing up. Focusing on making the decision every single day not to take the trade that you said 5,000 times that you shouldn't take. Making the decision to close your trade when you said you would close your trade. Making the decision not to get greedy when you think that the markets are going to move more in your favor. When we allow ourselves to not stick to the rules, regulations, patterns, systems that we've laid for ourselves, we give room for anything to slide. And this slowly starts to program our subconscious mind not to show up like we should. Because you've chosen comfort, the comfort of not wanting to close a trade, the feeling that it gives you. You've chosen the what ifs instead of the what is. And that can lead to us making mistakes that we shouldn't be making. Going through pain that we shouldn't be going through. I've experienced all of this. And you don't have to experience that. So what I will encourage you today is take time, think about what decisions am I making right now that I can substitute for something else. What am I doing that I want to do, but deep down I know I shouldn't be doing it? This does not just apply to the charts. This applies to your life as well. This applies to how you show up every single day. Because we can get so caught up in the markets and forget that there is a trader who needs to be focused on. There is no trade without a trader. So when you get so caught up in the trade, you can lose yourself. You will forfeit giving yourself the necessary things you need to be able to be making good progress. I'm going to say this and that's it. You are the edge. Your system is good. It's good to apply what your system says. But at the end of the day, your system is not the one pressing buy or sell. Your system is like a guide you follow. When it comes to execution, you are the executioner. You have to decide, do I press buy here? Do I press sell here? You have to decide, do I wait? Do I enter aggressively? You have to decide, are the conditions good for me to enter this trade right now? And if they're not, am I willing to let go of this? That is what makes or breaks your trading as a trader. So I appreciate you for watching this video. My name is JHR, and this is Trading with JHR. Remember this, do not live your life by default when Christ has given you the power to live one by design. Live life. Okay, so this Friday, whatever Friday that's coming up next, I am hosting what I call the Kingdom Traders Zoom call. This is a Zoom call that is focused on the trader, not the trade. The person who's in the markets, pressing the buttons, making the decisions. What do they believe about themselves that is affecting them as a trader? That is what makes or breaks your business. And in this Zoom call, it's all about understanding what God is teaching you through the process, especially as kingdom traders who are not just doing this just to do it. We are doing this to advance the kingdom of God. So if this is something you're interested in, an environment to help you see yourself as who God sees you and apply that into the market, I want to invite you to show up this Friday. Register. The link is in the description, and I will see you on our next call.